Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight to the left foot. Good Tai Chi posture. Kick your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your span, parallel feet, choose the right side, cross and sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift weight, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Good golden cockerel. Good tai chi posture, dropping those shoulders, tucking that butt, tongue on the palate, chin slightly down, head erect. Here we go. Shift weight to the left, up, golden cockerel. Last set. Kicking out. Shift weight. Center, follow. Last set. Holding our ball, root down, out and to the side, bow the legs, part the wild horse's mane or just the back foot. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, T stance, out and to the side, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, hold your ball, out and to the side, L stance, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, T stance, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down. We're going to brush our knee. Set it up, multitask, turn the hips and waist, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, set it up, multitask to brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, set it up correctly, all together as you now brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, T stance, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot. We're going to ward off, out and to the side. Set that space. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Turn at the hips and waist, contact. Turn again and push the energy through. Separate and roll back and sit down. Spiral up and lunge forward. Twist step, T stance, L stance, ward off. Turn the hips and waist to grasp the bird's tail. Contact, turn, push, separate, roll back, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. Twist step, T stance, grasp the bird's tail, first ward off. Listen carefully. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Cloud hands. 10 form. Brush your knee. Under 16. One more first. Okay, what do we do after 2? We sit back as if we're going to brush our knee. We're going to fist our right hand, deflect to the right, parry, and then punch. Touch or strip, roll back and sit down. Spiral up and out. Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook the hand, T-stance, out and to the side, single whip. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, lay your lute. Center, glance higher, repulse of the monkey. 1, and 2, pivot, pirouette, kick out, Maiden on her left, sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, pivot out, spin the ball, Maiden on her right. Half step to the back, cross the hips and waist, needle to the bottom of the seat. Left hand comes up, right hand joins it, then your right foot, and then you stretch out, flash arms like a fan. So these are the movements that we're going to start to learn and review. Loud hands, just 2 times in the right hand direction. Quick step with a T and holding your ball. We're going to ward off. Bring you back home. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Contact, push, roll back, sit down, spiral up and out. Twist step, T stance, L stance, O stance. So the apparently closing goes for the 10 form, the 16 form, embrace the tiger, for the 24 form, and almost all yang style. The closing forms are exactly the same, okay? Should be of no rush. You should just bring your energy or your chi back to your system, okay? Coming forward now, starting with the clock wall. Yang 16, okay? Clock wall, good Tai Chi posture, commencing form, shift weight to the right, heel comes up, off the ground, open. Take a deep breath in as we elevate. Drop the shoulders, make yourself small. Hold your ball on a T stance, out on an L, part the wild versus main 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, center with the ball, out and to the side, L stance, O stance. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin the ball to the right, watch the advancing left hand go up as you rock the front foot, lift it off the ground, point it out, white crane spreads its wings. Tuck the elbow, come towards the middle of your body as you drop your front foot, swirl back, look at your left hand that's higher, all together, ear and hand and heel, to brush knee 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, get the right hand that's higher, all together, brush knee 2. Sit back, sit down, as if you're going to do another brush knee, left hand high, right hand fisted, comes up high, exchanges the place, deflect, parry, then punch. Strip the guy off of you, roll back, sit down and push him down, push him up, push him out. Twist on the back, pivot on the front, hook the back hand, T stance, out and to the side, single whip. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, lay your lute on your heel. Repulsing of the monkey, open, glance, ear, hand, heel, pulse 1. Lead with the toe, swivel on that axle, repulse 2. Pivot the front, pirouette the back, kick out to the right with your heel, out with the left, Maiden shuttles on her left. Sit back, sit down, take an instep, hold your ball, right heel out, spin the ball, Maiden on her right. Again, I've lost you, but that's okay. Keep on going, half step to the back, cross the hips and waist, down to the bottom of the seat. So you're listening, you're figuring it out, not watching. 2 hands in your foot, stretch out that right knee, flash your arms like a fan. Twist step, cloud hands, going to the right. 1, 2, hold your ball. We're going to grasp the bird's tail. Everybody knows how to do that. Roll back. Other side, twist, T, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, apparently closing. Embrace the tiger. Bring him closer. Then push him away. Drop the shoulders, tuck the elbows, flex the knees as you now close your form. Okay, good. Okay, go back to your original place. So, yeah, I think that I lost some of you, and then you realized that the tempo was a little bit picked up, and perhaps what you practiced got in, but kind of needed a little bit more timing. So you can see that Yang 16, it's not going to be, it's not faster, but because of the numerous new steps, it's going to take some practice to do it so that you can follow it and get it in at the correct pace, okay? At the correct pace that anyone's, or that you're following, not just your own pace, okay? Sometimes to do it quicker helps in that if you've practiced enough, something will fall in place. If you don't practice, then you say, hey, well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do or what foot to use, okay? So we need to practice a little. All right, we're gonna do a little more on Yang 16. We're reviewing where we left off and then adding Maiden works her shuttle, okay? So you know that we all agree that we're in a portion of the 16 form that is kind of complicated, okay? And I realize that, so we're gonna work on it a little bit more. Let's take it forward this time and then start from the beginning. And when we get to a harder or more difficult position, movement, I'll reposition you, okay? Clock wall, let's clean up the beginning movements first, okay? So listen carefully, try your best, recall what we had done in previous lessons. Good Tai Chi posture, commencing form, shift weight to the right, heel off the ground, open, rotate, deep breath as we elevate, shoulder level, push down that water, make yourself small, T stance, hold your ball, part the wild horse's mane, 1, sit back, sit down, pivot out, center with the ball, part the wild horse's mane, 2, that's it. What do we do? Half step forward, hold your ball. Spin the ball to the right. Sit back on your back foot, lift up the right foot. Lift it off the ground, white crane spreads its wings. Weight on the back, the toed front foot should have hardly any weight. Then after white crane spreads its wings, we tuck the elbow. Then we draw it to the middle of our body at the same time we're flattening out the front foot. We cut our body to our dantian. We look back at the backhand, we set it up. 3 things happen. Here it goes. Ear, hand, heel, turn the hips and waist, brush knee 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, right hand higher, left hand to the shoulder all together, brush knee 2. That's it. But the third one, this is appearing like brush knee. The left hand is higher, the right hand is fisted, it's low. When we shift our weight, the left hand comes down, the right hand goes up. We set our right heel, we deflect, we parry with our left hand, we come forward and we punch. We strip the guy away, we roll back, we push him down, we sit down, and we push forward. What do? We pivot on the back, we pivot on the front. We shift our weight, we hook our hand on a T, left hand across the face, out, L stance, push out, single whip. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot as the back foot goes to its weighted foot, and play our lute on our heel. Every time we play our lute, we're setting ourselves up for repulsing of the monkey. So here we go. Center the left hand, right hand up higher, glancing, all together as you walk backwards on a Tai Chi walk to repulse the monkey. Center higher, lead with the toe, glance, all together, spin on that axle, repulse. Final. Then we said we needed to pivot and pirouette. Can you steady yourself? Left hand, left foot are forward, right hand and right foot are in the back, all right? Take the same movement and go facing the camera or in that direction. For me, right facing that camera, and you guys are also in that direction, okay? In that slant. So left foot forward, left hand forward, right hand skimming or on your hip, and your right foot is like on a 45. Sit back, sit down, you know how to do that. Pivot the right heel, because that's a weightless foot. When you shift your weight, the left hand goes down, the right hand comes up. No turning of the right hand. So this is like I call it an inside-out ball. It's like the ball configuration, but the right hand, the palms are up. We're gonna correct that. What foot should we move? There's only one foot that's semi-weightless. That's the toed foot, the right foot. So when we spin out to our heel, we change the position of our ball by just turning the right hand to make the correction. Here we go. Spin out with your right heel, correct the ball. Now, Maiden's got to work her shuttle. You can come to a T for now, okay? T, stance, hold your ball. All right, you're not going to catch me, but listen too, okay? Out with your left heel, spin the ball, okay? Start with a T again, let's do it again. When the top portion of the body and the bottom portion of the body has to work together. So when our left heel comes out, our left hand comes out, okay? So it starts to rotate that ball. Left heel, left hand starts to spin. When the left hand goes to the forehead, we turn our hips and waist, and Maiden puts her shuttlecock, since she's right there where that right hand is. Okay, so you look like me, right? We got to do the other side now, okay? So you may not see me, but listen carefully. Sit back, sit down. Pivot the left foot in, and you're going to center with a ball. And the toe of the right foot is just there, holding its place, because I'm talking, okay? We're going to spin the ball. Right foot is going to put it on the heel, and right hand is going to start to rotate the ball. Okay, here we go. Right heel, right hand starts to spin. When the right hand goes to the forehead, we put the shuttlecock right there. So now we're equal. Okay, flatten out that front foot. You're supposed to be in a bow stance, okay? Now, I'm going to reposition you, okay? Okay, turn this way. So what we did, okay, and you're to watch, okay? We were like this, and then I said, you may see some of me. I'm holding my ball, corrected already. When Maiden works her shuttle, the left foot is ready to go, the left hand is ready to go. When the left foot comes out on its heel, the left hand starts to go. So the top of the body matches the bottom. But remember I said the heel comes out, you start to spin the ball. When it goes to the forehead, then you turn your hips and waist and you put the shuttlecock right there. Maiden's on her loom and she's putting her shuttlecock for placement. Sit back, sit down, we have to do the other side. This is the pivot in, center with the ball, okay? Right hand's ready to go, it's on the bottom. Right foot is ready to go because it's semi-weightless. We're going to spin the ball and we're going to put the right heel out. Spin the ball, right heel out. As it goes to the forehead, we then turn our hips and waist and put the shuttlecock right there. Okay, put the shuttlecock right there. And then we do needle to the bottom of the sea, okay? All right, we're not giving up yet, right? Not giving up, because once you learn it, it'll be really nice, okay? And I know that it's not, you're not absorbing it as much as you want to, but that's the nature of something new and something different, and particularly Tai Chi. It challenges you. And the more you want to give up, the more it's telling you, no, don't give up, because teacher said it's going to come. It will come, okay? And with this being Halloween, you need to get out of your box and do something different, right? And I love all the people who did, you know, come with a celebration color or whatever on, so that's really nice. Let's take it back from the last repulsing of the monkey slanted this way. So we remember that left foot is forward, left hand pushes out, and right hand comes in to sit at the waist, whereas the right foot is in the back also at a 45, okay? We're gonna sit back, sit down. What do we do? Say it. Pivot the front, weight down, pirouette the back. What do you have with your hands? What kind of ball? Yeah, inverse, inside out, okay? What are you gonna do? What's the next foot that's gotta move? Right foot. And what is it gonna put on your toe or heel? Heel. And what do you do with your hands? Correct the inverse ball. Here we go. Kick out with your right heel, correct the ball. All right? Now here we are at Maiden. What do we do now? We shift our weight to the right. We can do a T-stance for now. You're gonna spin the ball. Right heel comes out, right hand comes out. When it comes to your forehead, what do? Turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock right there. Hey, that wasn't so bad. We have to do the other side. Sit back, sit down. This time you're gonna pivot in, okay? You're gonna hold your ball. I'll let you put a T for now, okay? You have right foot weightless, right hand on the bottom. Everything matches. So as the right heel goes out, the right hand starts to spin the ball. When it goes to the forehead, place the left hand shuttlecock right there. All right, everybody looks good because I'm looking. Okay, good. Okay, come back. Okay, so we're moving into new increments. We're going to get a feel for Maiden works her shuttle, and then maybe we'll tag on needle to the bottom of the sea, and we're almost done. Okay, so this is what it'll be advantageous if you can watch. This is where we started after we repulsed the monkey for the second time. Sit back, sit down, pivot, pirouette. Didn't do any crisscrossing with my hands. You said that the right foot has to kick out with its heel, and we said we have to correct our ball. Kick out with our right heel, correct the ball. Shift the weight, turn the ball. As it goes to the forehead, the left hand, we turn our hips and waist and we put the shuttlecock right there. We sit down and sit back. We pivot in. We have the center with the ball. Right foot ready to go, right hand on the bottom. Right heel, start to spin the ball. As it goes to the forehead, put the shuttlecock right there. Get it? It's not so bad. Okay, let's do it again then. Okay, let's really secure it down. Okay. But you realize when we did the 16 a couple of times earlier this morning that you didn't have a chance to really think. But that's okay. Okay, as you get more familiar with the drilling, it'll finally click together. Okay, so let's just kind of drill it for now. Okay, so we're on a slant. What foot? I'm not going to tell you. Let's just see if you remember. Yeah, everybody's got it. Left foot is forward. Therefore, left hand has to push away. Right foot is 45 degrees. Right hand has to be at your hip. Okay? You're in a bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Nothing with the hands. We're going to pirouette. By pirouette, we mean just on the toe of the right, but weighted down on the left. We're going to spin out with our right heel and correct the ball. Here we go. Spin out, correct the ball. Shift the weight. Heel comes out, hand starts to rotate on the forehead. Maiden on her right. Sit back, sit down. Pivot in. Hold your ball on the tee. Right heel, right hand starts to spin, forehead. Shuttlecock it there. Okay, very good. Okay, here's how to do a shuttlecock thing. When you come out with your left heel, you come out with your left hand. But people don't know what, okay. T stance, L stance, forehead, turn hips and waist, there. So you're placing it there, and this is already a martial arts block to your head. So watch again. T stance, left foot, left hand. Heel out, then the hand comes out. Heel out, hand up, turn to the forehead, then turn the hips and waist, put it there. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, ball, right, heel, hand, as it goes to the forehead, put it right there. Okay, let's do it this way then, okay? Okay, just work on that maiden now, okay? So slant it this way, and left hand on the bottom. We're gonna spin the ball, step out with the heel. Got that? And then you're dropping that right shoulder. Heel spin, forehead, what? How does your hand get to that shuttlecock right there? Turn the hips and waist, place it right there. The hands didn't do anything. They were connected to our body. Sit back, sit down. We're going to pivot in. We're going to hold our ball. I'll let you do a T stance for now because I'm talking and taking my sweet old time. Right foot ready to go. Right heel ready to go. What are we going to do? Heel and start to spin. Forehead, turn, the hips and waist, shuttlecock right there. All right, moving on now, okay? Keep that position. We're going to take a half step with our left foot to the back. Okay, let's just try it and you can watch. Half step to the back. Set up the left hand like this, and the right hand is on the left also. The left is going to go down to the bottom of the seat. Okay? Lift off the ground, swipe across, bend down, left hand down, right hand to the side. Left hand comes up, right hand comes up, right foot comes up, and stretches that knee to flash arms like a fan. All right, one more time. Left foot ready to go, left hand ready to go. Maiden works her shuttle. Spin the ball. As it goes to the forehead, turn the hips and waist. Put your shuttlecock right there. Sit back, sit down. Pivot in. Hold your ball. Right foot out, right hand turns, turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock right there. To get to the needle of the bottom of the C, we're going to have to take a half step with our left foot to the back to come forward to the bulletin board. Right now we're on a slant, okay? So bring that left foot back, place it down, left hand getting ready to go down, right hand at the hip. All together, we're going to lift the front foot and go down like this. One hand comes up, second hand comes up, foot comes up. Start in the middle, stretch the knee out, flash arms like a fan. Okay, so keep your stance. Let me just see you. Okay, good, very good, okay? So my main objective was to make you look forward, okay? So you can see that, yeah, maybe the hands need to be positioned a little bit. But when Maiden works her shuttle, it's like a Tai Chi walk in that you're zigzagging, but the needle to the bottom of the C takes you straight away. Zigzag. Zigzag. How do we correct that? Take that half step to the back. Swipes across, all together. And why am I not afraid that I won't fall? What's keeping me? What's gravity doing to me? This foot is very firm. Then we come two hands, then we come to our foot, we stretch out the knee, and then as soon as this heel steps forward, the hands then copy the foot. Flash arms. So one arm is, front arm is like this, and the other one is protecting your head, pulled back like this. Can you get into this position? Can you? Do you look that like me? Let's see. Keep it there. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, so we got a platform to work on. Very, very good. All right, let's put it together again, okay? How do we start? You tell me. You get into the formation of the last repulsing of the monkey. How was that? Left foot forward, left hand forward, right foot short, right hand to your hip. Actually, Velda, a little further down. Yeah, because that right shoulder, I don't want it up. I want it drop down. Okay, you drop that right shoulder, and it'll sit right at your hip. All right? So I'm going to get into my position like you. What do? Sit back, sit down. Pivot the left. Pirouette the right or back. Inside out ball. What do? Kick out with our right heel, reposition the ball. How does Maiden work? She starts to spin the ball, and the right hand and the right heel go out. As it goes to the forehead, she puts her shuttlecock right there. Using a lot of hips and waists. Sit back, sit down. Pivot in, hold your ball, right foot ready to go, right hand on the bottom. Out with the heel, out with the hand, spin the ball to the forehead, shuttlecock right there. Now you're not going to see me, but you know how to do it. Half step to the back with your left foot, right hand comes across from the hip, left hand ready to go. Bring the right foot up to the toe and go down to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, two hands come up, then your foot comes up, start in the middle, stretch out the right knee, step forward, flash arms like a fan. Okay, good. All right. So now we said that this was the best position for after repulsing the monkey. Now we're finding, wow, we need a new position because you can't see flash arms like a fan, okay? So watch again, because I know that each one is gaining, or increasing, or improving their stance, okay? So watch this one, okay? Watch, okay? Because that's how you can learn. Sit, bow stance, Sit back, sit down, pivot, pirouette, kick out, right heel, reposition, right heel, right hand starts to go there, then turn the hips and waist, shuttles her cock right there. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, right foot ready to go, right hand ready to go, hand and heel, turn, then use your hips and waist, put the shuttlecock right there. Now this is the position now we're going to the bottom of the C. So next time maybe we should change our position and face the bulletin board. But for now, you take a half step to the back. This goes across the hips and waist. You're going to do three things. The hand's going to go down to find that needle. The right hand is going to give you stability by counterbalancing you. And the right foot is going to be lifted up and going to the toe also. Ready, and go down. So you feel stronger. There's gravity helping you. One hand comes up first. Two hands come up for more stability. The weightless foot comes up. The heel comes out. The hands come out. So you saw that the, then we're into cloud hands. I'll finish up. But you saw that the upper body matches somewhat the lower body. Okay, watch this cloud hands. Everybody knows how to do cloud hands. But when we do only two cloud hands, we have to close and hold our ball and weight down on the back foot, because now we're ready for what? How all young forms in. You grasp the bird's tail. Okay, just watch grasping the bird's tail for now, okay? See if you can pick up something new. Every time I demonstrate, I may not be focusing on one particular move, but it's a time to kind of review and compare. Okay, so then you're here. Then I always say, bring the tiger closer. And when you bring him closer, you have that force to then push him and reverse that force. Then you drop your shoulders and you flex your knees, you tuck your elbows. Gravity takes care of all of that. And then you shift your weight and close your forearm. Okay, let's see if we can do all of that now, okay? One more time the short way, and then we'll string all our movements together, okay? So how were we? You tell me. What foot first? After we repulse the monkey? Yep. Left hand forward, left foot forward. Right foot 45, right hand at your waist or hip, okay? We're in a bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Pirouette. Kick out right. Right heel, right hand, forehead, shuttlecock right there. Sit back, sit down. Pivot in. Right foot, right hand, holding ball. Out with the right heel, spin the ball, forehead, shuttlecock right there. All right? Stay there. Study yourself. Left hand is forward. This time, right foot is forward, all right? And right foot is forward, so we're gonna turn to the bulletin board now, okay? Keep your hand, now keep your foot. Something like that, right? Shuttlecock right there. Is that right? Yeah, turn towards the bulletin board. Did you follow? Is that right? Now, half step to the back. How are we going to do that? Half step to the back. Is that right, Ken? Oh, this way? Yeah. I don't know. All right. So it should have worked, but maybe I didn't hold my feet. Well, that's a trick for trick-or-treating. Okay. Well, just, no. So, yeah, so it really is tricky. So let's see, let's figure it out, okay? I'll do it. I can't stand not figuring things out. So I was just thinking, someone needs to be really good and get that position down really good so that when I have a lapse, you can correct me. Because I have nobody to back me up. And all you do is smile and laugh. That's not fair. Okay? All right. We have enough time to finish it off one time. All right. What shall we do? Forward. I think we need to go side. Every way we start, there's going to be some hidden areas where you cannot see. So we have Donna, we have Rick, we have whoever else. We have the Yokoyamas, maybe Glenn, I'm not sure. Okay? So yeah, take a peek. Take a peek is fine. Oh, and then we also have Scott. Yeah, okay, for forward people. All right? So we're going to go left. We're doing Yang 16 and doing it all, okay? Good Tai Chi posture, dropping those shoulders. Commencing form, shift weight to the right, allowing our heel off the ground, open, rotate, deep breath. Drop the shoulders, exhale, tuck the elbows, flex the knee. Form the ball, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane one. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, ball for better balance, out with your heel, part the wild horse's mane, final. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin the ball to the right, drop the front foot, watch the advancing left hand, lift off the ground, set it up correctly, white crane, spread the wings. Drop your front foot as you tuck the elbow in and bisect your body. Swirl back to look at your left hand that's higher, set it up correctly. Multitask with your heel to brush knee one. Sit back, sit down, pivot out. Right hand higher, shift the weight, glance all together, brush knee two. The third time we're going to pretend that we're going to start as if we're going to do a brush knee. Left hand is high, right hand is fisted low, shift the weight, exchange the top and the bottom, heel out to deflect, bring it in to parry, and then to punch. Strip the guy off of you, roll back and sit down and push him down, spiral up and lunge forward. We're going to pivot, right? Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook, shift the weight, T, out on an L, single whip. We're going to take a half step forward and swirl the backhand. Here we go, half step forward, swirl the backhand, rock the front foot because we're on the weight on the back, to its toe and then its heel. Setting up for repulsing of the monkey. Center the front hand, look at the backhand that's higher. Here we go, all together. Ear, toe, heel. Meet in the center as you pivot to repulse one. Center, glance to the left, lift off the ground, ear, toe, heel. Meet in the center, pivot, repulse, final. Here's that trick now, okay? Pivot the front, pirouette the back. Kick out with your right heel, reposition to a correct ball. Heel out, hand of the right. Starts at the goal of the forehead. Turn the hips and waist. Put your shuttlecock right there. Sit back, sit down. Pivot in, hold your ball, right hand, right foot ready to go. Heel of the right, hand of the, starts to go to the forehead, Maiden on her right. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist. Down to the bottom of the seat with the left hand as the right hand swipes across the waist. One hand, left hand comes up, right hand comes up and joins it, right foot comes up, step out with the heel, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, pivot with your foot, and we have 12 o'clock. Pivot on the left heel, we have 9 o'clock. We don't close this time, okay? So this is the beginning of parameter 1 of cloud hands. Middle. What happens at 3 o'clock? 2 things. Flip the hands, close the feet. Middle. 2 things happen at 9. Flip the hands open. Middle. 3 o'clock only, well, closing, hold your ball in a T. And what? You tell me. Nobody knows? Cross the bird's tail, we're all done. Cross the bird's tail, do it nicely, then I'll let you go home. That's it. All right. So this is our 10th class. We have 5 more to go. And in 10 lessons, we've touched on all the movements, but now we need to review and reevaluate, reinforce all the harder ones. But at least we covered something, and at least facing the right way, the right direction, making progress, okay? And remember that we've always said that Tai Chi, being a discipline, it takes a period of time. It's a journey. So yeah, I heard you laughing, I heard you smiling, I heard myself making mistakes, and you know, who cares? That's part of the journey, okay? So that's what it means. So we're not in any rush to learn the 16 so that we can go to the 24 or the 88 or something. Okay, we're just trying to keep ourselves together. I remember you folks always said you wanted to leave with the 10 form. Okay, so let's leave with the 10 form. We do have time. All right, good Tai Chi posture. Here we go. Commencing form. Pulsing of the monkey. Wild horse's mane. Cloud hands. Make it beautiful. Cockroach. close. Raise the tiger. As you now close your form. Hey, good job. Hey, see you next time.